What is going on, you beautiful people? DJ's here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay analysis. Today we're kicking it off with a high-level nail-biter of a lively game between two strong opponents. Now this game took place on the map Lazarus Effect, and it is a pretty wide-open, brawly map. You might notice something about this map. There are 4 comm towers, and 2 are actually pre-owned. So you're going to have at least 10% firepower, and soon you're going to have 20% firepower. Now looking at this map, what do you guys think the best COs are if you want to pause? Alright, if you unpause, right here, it's a max map. You see all these forts, you're like, oh, look at all the terrain. What about the terrain to each Olaf is king? The thing is, you can avoid all this terrain. Look at this base. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can fight over here without even crossing a forest. You can ignore the forest. They're not even in the way. They're just like on the side of the road. There's no need to go through them. Heck, even on the weak side over here, you don't even need to go that way. You can just go do-do-do-do-do. You don't have to go through the forest. Therefore, this is a brawly map. Max is king. And one thing you want to know about Max on brawly maps with 2 comm towers, guaranteed tanks, one-shot infantries on roads and shoals. And there are a lot of shoals, roads, and bridges. So Max is going to be smashing things. I don't consider this much of an Olaf map. I think this is a Max map. Although it is a higher income map though. It's 22k per side. However, with the brawly aspect of this map, I lean towards Max. Kindle, I am not as high on. I mean, she could get some fights over these properties. I mean, these are the contested properties. Basically draw a diagonal line down the middle. This property right here is contested. This one is not contested. This is going to be under Red's control. But this property and then this line down the middle right there are going to be contested properties. You could theoretically break open a pipe seam, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. Too much of an investment. So yeah, Kindle, I'd probably pick Max, and then maybe Eagle or Olaf after that, personally. Anyway, let's talk a little bit more about the map. So you have an airport in the back. This is the weak side over here. You have 1 base, and you could go down here, but the one thing about the 1 base weak side versus the 2 base, and this airport is actually kind of in the middle. It's not really favoring this one that much more than this. You could send the copters just as easily up there as you could to the side. Anyway, as I was saying, the thing about this 1 base over here, you have this black boat, which is very useful. What does this black boat do? It allows you to get your weak side to get these properties early before the strong side wakes up. Huh? Because they have to capture this base first. So they are kind of tied up capturing the base, and they capture this property and these properties. By that time, Red will probably have control at least 2 or 3 of these properties over here. Probably 2 or 3 of these properties right there because of the black boat ferrying an infantry from here to this area in 1 turn. So the story of this map, and I've seen this map played out probably 5-6 times now. Every single time the same thing happens. The weak side takes control of these 3 properties, the strong side gets stronger than them, and they have to hold down this side over here and try to keep those properties, but they're just withstanding tank spam and infantry spam, 2 bases versus 1, and trying to hold on to those properties. Maybe you put an artillery here to lock down this property, maybe you put an artillery in this forest, behind this mountain maybe, you put an artillery here. I love this move, artillery here, black boat blocks on the shoal, and then you can lock down this property right there. And this one as well. You 2-for-1 deal. Or you can put it back in this forest right here and you can lock down both of them. But it's a little more exposed that way. So that's usually the tail of the map. You get these properties early on the weak side, and the strong side comes in to smash you. Anyway, let's talk about these players real quick. Tethys, strong player, 1500. Oh, I think Tethys might be named after that dancer in Fire Emblem. Or maybe a dancer from a strip club. I'm not here to judge. But in Days of Plague, also strong player, 1500 level. I don't think he's named after a dancer of a strip club. If he is, you might want to get a medical checkup. Anyway, so let's talk about nothing. Let's start the game. Anyway, without further ado, in the top, in the black hole, we have Tethys as Kindle. In the bottom, as Big Boy Max, we have Days of Plague. Both are moving those black boats aggressively. They want to cap as much as humanly possible early on before the strong side beats that living daylights out of them. So, infantry goes for it. Honestly, I would have been even more bold. I'd go for this property, although he can still drop him. He can still drop him right there. Oh, interesting. I'd go for this property first, then he can lock it down with the black boat later. I like this one. You're probably, like, these 2 properties are probably the ones you're going to have the most chance of holding on to. These ones are 2 turns from this base over here, and 2 turns from this base over here, and 2 turns from this base. So you don't even have a base reinforced advantage from these 2. However, once you move it up here, it's harder for this guy to get over it. You have to cross the forest. This one you got to go around this little reef tile. You know, there's a lot more complications. So typically, if you're going to try to hold on the weak side, I put an artillery here and try to go for these properties. Anyway, that's just me. We'll see how well they're going to hold on to these properties. I mean, they're strong players. You have an early recon already, so can't quite reach that in 1 turn, but in 2 turns we'll definitely reach. So how will Tethys adjust their game plan? They do not adjust at all. Still going straight for it. Cannot afford a recon. Will they mirror a recon themselves, or are they just going to save up for a tank? They're saving up for a tank. Recon gets in position. Honestly, infantry could go here, let them cap, and then just 2-shot over here, or just forget the cap. Sometimes I like foregoing a cap right here or here in order just to 2-shot this. If you're going to knock this down to like 3 with the recon, and then this infantry can finish it off. I kind of like finishing it off better, because then when you finish it off, you can start capping yourself. But a lot of people, they get greedy with the mun. They want, oh, I want this property right now, or this one right now. And I get it, but we'll see. Anyway, Tethys getting the airport back. Building a tank on the weak side over here. Days of Plague is probably happy to see that, but Days of Plague, with the early recon advantage, will not be able to build a tank next turn without base skipping. He's got 3 properties, 8k, so he cannot afford a tank and 2 infantry. So he can't build an artillery either because he's max. And max artilleries, not so great. So the recon comes in. Boom. Doesn't even strike this guy over here. Wants to interrupt this cap over here. Not a bad idea, actually. So I guess that makes sense, capping this property. Capping the back properties. Still not going for this property. I get that as early as possible. I mean, this is probably... These 2 properties of the contested, I'd be going for those, man. This one makes sense. Builds a mech over here. Well, it's not Days of Plague without a mech. The issue with this mech here, there's no transport for it. There's no T-copter. There's no black boat. The black boat's all the way over here. And yeah, cannot reach over there. Actually, it can reach over here. I don't know if it should reach over here, but this black boat theoretically can reach over here. That would be very stupid. No transport, don't build a mech. That's, if you want to learn something quickly and applicable 95% of the time, don't build a mech without a transport unless you're Sammy, or if you're like right on the front line with Adder or something. Otherwise, don't build a mech. They're just, you have to know what you're doing if you're going to build a mech. You can't just build a mech willy-nilly. I don't like that mech build. I think it's not great, but Days of Plague, he loves mechs, so he's going to do whatever the heck he wants. He plays how he wants to play. Got to respect it. It's Red getting the contested properties. Seems to have a pretty good capture chain going on. Opts to delete the recon, and by delete I mean sacrifice to the tank god over here. The thing is, the tank can kill, and then after this caps, you can block it so it can't interrupt. So black will be getting that. Oh, actually he captures this turn. So on the other hand, this will prevent this property from being taken. Attacks in over here. Remember, already both of them have a comm tower, so they're already having comm tower boost. In about 5-ish turns, I would estimate, maybe 6 turns, both of them will have 2 comm towers. What does 2 comm towers allow Kindle to do? 2-shot tanks on cities with their own tanks. Max can already do that. Max already has 20% firepower for his tank, so he can already 2-shot. So it's more important for Kindle in terms of clearing to have 2 comm towers than Max, although, like I mentioned before, the one-shotting with tanks for infantry on roads or shoals is very nice. So far, so pretty, not too extraordinary. Forced to build an anti-air base skip because of this copter. Pesky copter, and you don't even know where it's going to go. It could go north, it could go over here to the east. I would probably keep the flexibility, go like somewhere on that forest right there. Just to, or straight up. Actually, that's maximum flexibility right there. You don't know where it's going. See a little cute little block there by the black boat. Don't forget though, poor little black boat over there only has 24 fuel, so it won't live forever. That's why I kind of like it as a blocker there. You put the artillery there, it just sits there. It drains 1 fuel per turn. 1 fuel per turn. Otherwise, you keep moving it back and forth and back and forth. It's going to sink. It's going to sink like the Titanic. So, I don't know what that mech's doing. I don't think Plague knows what that mech's doing either. Yeah. So if he didn't build a mech, he'd have 5k. He could have built another recon if he didn't build a mech this turn. But alas. So what's that tank in the middle going to do? The tank theoretically could attack this infantry, and then if the copter attacks, it will get killed by this anti-air, but that's a bit of a risky proposition. Plus this tank will reinforce. I don't know if this is incredibly contestable either. It's quite close to this base over here. So if I'm black, I'm probably not going for that property. Like I said, the more contested properties are these ones, particularly these ones in the corner right here. Not so much in the middle. So let's see what he does. Gets a kill over there. does not capture the property, but instead basically ensures this one will be captured 100%. I'm going to complain about that mech ad nauseum. I hope you guys are prepared. Hope you guys are prepared for mech complaints the whole game. Anyway, hopefully it's his last. So red's moving up north with the mech, with the infantry. I say black so far. So red has 3 of these contested properties. Black only has 2, but is about to get this one. All 4. He's about to have all 4 of these contested properties. Red has 3 of them. So Tethys is slightly ahead on the capture game, but he kind of lost some units as a result. So if you look at the stats, actually doing pretty good. All right, has more kills than deaths. Killed the recon. All right, Tethys doing pretty good. Can't complain about Tethys' position right now. Considering Max is probably the GOAT of this map, I do not like this attack by the infantry. You're about to get one shot. This tank won't be able to reach. That's a dead infantry. So I don't really like that attack. I like Tethys' position better so far. Bringing the black boat back. Is he bringing it to the... Oh, you could bring it to the port. You can heal him up. Bye-bye, bonk. So, Tethys looking pretty good. But Max, I think, the longer the game goes on, the better Max becomes, because those day-to-day bonuses don't go away. And when you're holding on to max power and superpower, the more units you have, the more possibilities you have with movement bonus. Tethys doesn't have movement bonus, just does 3 damage with Urban Blight to city-dwelling folks. And then, what's it called? High Society, that's how rare you see that for an attack boost, but it has no movement with it. Red getting a little feisty over here on the weak side. I don't know about that. You can strike down here from a mountain. I mean, I wouldn't even worry about the cap. I just kill this infantry off. Bring this guy back to kill the cap next turn. Copter gets a free hit over here. Anti-air cannot reach. I guess he wanted to capture that. That makes sense. Infantry coming in position to threaten the caps. Already starts capping over here. Built another copter. The copter spam is real for red. Black has not built a single copter yet. Very curious. Focusing instead on building the land units. 2 anti-airs. 3 tanks versus just 2 tanks and tons of copters. 3 copters. So which will play out? Land or sea? So, captures the comm tower. We'll probably interrupt this cap, I would have to assume, from the mountain boy. Heals up the black boat, or fuels it up rather. Antair gets in pretty decent position. Yeah, okay. Tanks are pretty decent position as well. They're within 1 turn reinforces the base. Didn't attack here. I'm shocked. I would have attacked here. I don't know. Maybe this random hit wasn't worth it. I mean, what are you really getting out of that? Interesting. So, Max now has officially 2 comm towers. Big boy attacks coming in right now. Cap will not be able to block the cap. So the cap will be interruptible. Because if you block with the copter, you're getting schloptered by this anti-air. Copter moves back, makes sense. Aggressive tank going for the cap here. Prevents a double attack and the copter shift. We have 3 anti-air. Tethys is refusing to build her own tanks. Hello, these copters are pretty good. There's a bunch of like shoals or not shoals, but sea tiles and reefs in the way that might prevent these anti-air from reaching the copters. Particularly if the copters have max CO power or super CO power, they have +1 or 2 movement. It's going to be really hard catching those copters. So let's see what Tethys can do. Like I said, Tethys actually is behind on income. Well, if you capture these 2 properties, Depth 21, okay, they're tied on income. They're tied on income because does not have Days of Plague, or Tethys does not have this, whereas Days of Plague does not have this. So, tying it up a little bit. Looks like Tethys is going to snag this property unless some copter somehow manages to get over there. Tank attacks tank. Remember, there's 2 comm towers. Going for the throat. Double attack here. Sacks 1. Gets Deddy. Needs to cover these infantry though. They're covered by a tank, so it's not bad. They're covered by the anti-air, so it's not so bad actually. Double tank on the side. Tethys is really going for the ground forces. Whereas Days of Plague is definitely going out with all air. So many copters. So many copters. Who will win though? So far, it's pretty even. Copter gets a kill. It 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It will reach unless a tank blocks, which it probably will. It does. Boom. Bang. You will not be reaching that copter. Unfortunately for Mr. Tethys. And there's another copter too. So even if you somehow reached it, there's another copter to murder you if you didn't. Mech comes in. Well, you know the mech's doing some work. Does another cap. I don't know. It's going to be hard to stop that interrupt now. But Tethys is near an Urban Blight. Both of them are healing out the black boats. Boom, that's a kill. Kill. Will he use the Urban Blight? Probably wants to use the Urban Blight here, or else you're not going to be able to stop that cap. Attacks the mech. Yeah, definitely. Okay, probably using the Urban Blight here. I would have to guess. With this tank attack, I do not think it's enough, though. I don't know. Interesting. Ah, I see. Okay. Bold move. Definitely needs another anti-air now, because the tank is going to murder this anti-air, and then there's going to be 2 copter hits. I don't think this is worth it. You're losing a tank here for red. You're killing a tank, excuse me. But you're also going to lose the anti-air, and you're going to lose this tank. So you're losing 2 units for the cost of 1. I don't know. I don't know about that. I think Plague's probably going to be using a power this turn. Doesn't need to, though. Boom. Bang. Dead. That's nearly a one-shot. Max Force. Interesting. I don't know why he didn't use it here in order to guarantee this one-shot here. That would have been brutal. Max Force, one-shot. Copter comes in, hits that. Oof, that's getting close to a one-shot. With 2 Tom Towers? Ooh, a Max Force would have been deadly right there. Oh, if he just waited one more. Or did it one time earlier. One movement earlier. That's dead. Boom. Dead. Cap. Okay, I'm officially liking Plague's position better. Ooh, that's going to get close to a one-shot. Damn, he's getting brutalized. Getting brutalized over there. Not even using the copter over here. I guess really fears that anti-air. Yeah, Plague is looking good. Plague is looking stronger right now. There is Tethys, though. I mean, what can Tethys pull off? Could use a High Society. Could use a Urban Blight. Let's do it. Okay. The rare Kindle Super. It's got to do a lot of damage. Tethys is not looking too great. Behind 30,000, behind an income. Ahead in time, though. What can High Society do? Pretty decent damage. Okay, that knocks it to 8. It's pretty comparable to Max Power or whatever the heck it's called. Max Force. Okay. Okay, that's not terrible. Considering there's even defense bonus from this CO Power over here. Okay, that's some decent damage. What can you do on the left side? Ooh. Knocks down a 9. Bam! That's a High Society. Boom. Ooh, that's a good roll. Okay. Okay, you're going to one-shot that tank now. That's not even close to not being one. That's probably does 250% damage. That honestly does 250% damage minimum, probably. Crazy amounts of damage. This 8? Ooh, yeah. Damn. Damn, that's strong. Okay, High Society's pretty dang strong. Even though Tethys is behind on income. Still strong. I mean, it gets stronger for every property you own, but... Woo. Okay. That was pretty decent High Society. You usually don't see a good High Society. That's probably going to do damage back. Yeah, whoa, yeah, buddy. That's right. Doing 2 damage back to a copter at 5 HP. You don't want to mess with that. Ooh, you don't want to mess with that. Ooh, man, okay. But at the same time, despite all that power, looks like Days of Plague is about to capture this, and we'll have access to another power. Tethys. Ooh, can Tethys pull back? And there's a Neo. The golf ball has entered the arena. Although, I don't know, you're going so crazy over here. Oops. Going so crazy over here. I don't know if I keep fighting there. There's 2 anti-air here. I don't know if you want to sack both those copters. Oh, it's just sacking 1 copter, apparently. Dead copter. I don't like that half-assed. I don't like how this attacked the tank. Personally. Maybe that's just me. Seem to give up a copter. You can just go back and heal this. Keep your unit count pretty high. This probably murder this infantry. 1 shot. Boom. Kill off the infantry. Probably want to heal this where you can. That's a 1 shot guaranteed with the 2 comm towers. Another thing, anti-air. Forests with 2 comm towers, guaranteed 1 shot to infantry. Without a power going on, of course. Boom. Okay, really need to stop this guy. If you bring it down to 3, we'll easily do so. Actually, you can probably kill it off with this 1 HP here. Do it. Kill it. Come on. Are you kidding me? You have 1. Kill it. Oh boy. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, that was like I don't even have OCD, but that was about as close as I could get to OCD. Thinking like, you better kill that 1 HP. Anyway, ooh, that's close to a one shot. Yeah, these tanks are just brutalizing these anti-air. This anti-air, did it even kill a copter, or is it just kind of killing itself just to kill an infantry? Like, put it at least on a force. Let it go to 3 rather than 1. I just don't like how precarious these anti-air are for Tethys. It's kind of a weakness, I've noticed. Just murdering these anti-air, then the copters can run free. Bye-bye anti-air. But there's a tank is gonna strike from here. A 9 HP tank. Ah, that's why. And with a power, ooh. With a superpower, ooh. What do you do here? Tethys is pretty far behind. Behind on income. Ahead on unit count, though. Tethys is ahead on unit count, the most important metric. Tethys is ahead. Can Tethys pull this off? This is not looking great for Tethys. About to lose his property without a CO power. Probably uses it and does use it right now. That's going to hurt that Neo-Tank. That's the Neo-Tank tax right there. That's a lot of money getting a bye-bye. Smacks that. Using the black boat over here now. Using the black boat on the weak side versus weak side black boat. Actually, both of them are using on their strong side now, actually. These are strong side black boats. Take the infantry here, pumping out here. Huh. I mean, whatever works. Neo-Tank. Not building a bomber, opting to get a Neo-Tank. Might have to base skip. I might have combined these 2 tanks in order to build 2 infantry. But it works. Alright. Tethys. 24 units at least. But here comes a max blast. Look at those muscles bulging on max. This is the bulge right here. Bye. Not even close. Bye. This might even... No, it won't be enough. But it'll do a lot. Boom! If there wasn't a power, that'd probably be either at 1 or dead. But this Neo-Tank, what's it gonna do? Whoa! Bonk. Whoa! Oh, that's gonna do a lot too. 5 damage. It's crazy. Crazy. How much is it gonna do? Oof. Okay, that wasn't terrible. That's dead. Whew. Alright. That max power me. Tethys is down to 6,000, 60,000. Alright, kills off the tank. Kills off the tank. Okay, getting the unit count. Unit count is looking pretty damn good. Oh, he's going for the trap. Interesting. The Neo-Tank trap, okay. I'd like to keep it on the C tile, though. Maybe you put the infantry here, and you put this right there. I don't like this infantry being here. I like it being on the silo, because now the Neo-Tank can go in the silo and have good defensive terrain. So I don't love that. And in fact, you can go on the defensive terrain and blow this open, so then maybe Red could even steal the comm tower. I don't like allowing it to be on the silo right here. I mean, if you block it from the silo, it's the worst it can do. It attacks this and gets 1 shot by the Neo-Tank from a city. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oof. Yeah, it's dead that way. So, okay. But the unit count is starting to wear on Days of Plague, it seems. Tethys got the units 13 to 21, soon to be 20. Okay, Tethys is not doing great on that, but Days of Plague's unit count it's abysmal. He's been base skipping, sacking all his units. He's gonna capture this I don't know about this turn by Tethys. I think Tethys was doing pretty good. I don't like, so here. You either block the silo, okay. Why not use this infantry to kill this? It's at 3, you need 3. Or anything to attack that. If you're blocking this, why not attack or block on the silo? This attacks here. And then what's he gonna do? This Neo-Tank gonna attack you from a shoal onto a city? Like it's dead. Ah, you gotta kill that. You gotta kill that. I don't know, that's a little shaky turn by Tethys. That was a little shaky, but ahead in unit count. Way ahead in unit count. Double the unit count, basically. But Plague has the income and the number. And of course goes in the silo, like, even if you attack this is shoulder. That's not even a good trade for Kindle. And without a power, not a good trade. Not a good trade at all, honestly. Kind of ruins the whole point of a trap. Traps should have units on weak terrain. At minimum, probably like a plane or something, you know? Unless it's being bombed by a bomber or like copter spam, but like... Neotank on a silo is not that weak, you know? It's got good defense. Neotank is still wrecking havoc over here. Jeegless. Boom. Bang. Tethys will get this property. And we'll probably get this property with a block right there. With a max power. Won't have the power, though. Okay. Needs an answer to this Neotank, though. He definitely needs an answer. I mean, you could trap this. You put this on this forest here. This guy kills the 5 HP. Where does the Neotank go? In the city? I mean, there's an Urban Blight coming. You can put it on the silo, but then you get attacked from the city. Oh, that'd be a really good trap. Infantry kills here. 2 HP goes there. Recon doesn't reach. Tank doesn't reach. Oh, he's trapped. Where's he gonna go? In the forest? This copter will reach you wherever you go. The best you can do is sit on the forest, because if you go in the city, you're getting blasted. You go in the silo, attack the... Yeah, that is a good trap. Let's see if he finds it. And also, look at this. That's not even a good hit. I would attack with a copter first, at least. Knock it down to 9, and then hit it. That sucks. I'm sorry. That's a bad trap. It's gonna win this engagement. That's how bad of a trap. This is gonna go literally over here, knock this down to like 2 or 1, and heal up next turn. Oh, the possibilities. This is live league though. This is live league. You know, hindsight bias / backseat driver bias. Good trap. Okay, good. Me like this trap. Good trap. Good trappy. Good trap. Okay. Let's see if you can make it up. See if you lose the engagement. You do the trap, you lose the engagement. Oh, drive me nuts. Drive me nuts. Boom. Attacking the copter with infantry. Ooh, bold. Okay, really wants this property, but an Urban Blight is definitely coming. We're at day 18. Oh, wow. The day didn't end, and I didn't even say anything. Well, now it's Tethys' turn. One thing you need to know, guys. At the end of day 30, whoever has the most properties wins. That includes labs. Doesn't matter how many units you have. Doesn't matter how much damage you did. Whoever has the most properties wins. That's at day 30. We're at day 18 now. A little bit more than halfway. We're not near there yet. We have an Urban Blight to interrupt all of these caps. Probably will be enough to stop that. You just need to move this copter and attack with an infantry. Captures that. Whoa, just like that. Tethys ahead 2k. Days of Plague was leading the whole game. Tethys now has income advantage. Tethys now has unit advantage. Not doing too great on the unit value because this Neotank is going nutty. Oh, goodness gracious. Block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On a road. Oh, you messed up. No! No. There's a city right there. I guess he was fearing... No. You would have knocked that down to like 3 or 4. No. There is a city right there. Oh, it's going to go to 7. Go to 8. Oh. Damn, that makes me sad. That makes me sad. Alright, well at least Tethys got the income advantage and... Yeah, okay. I'd like to see that before the power to get some juice in your power bar, but... Or just... I don't know. Some nutty stuff going on, folks. I don't know what to say. Some nutty stuff. Needs 2 more for here and 1 more for here. Combining. But Plague has so little units. Just trying. Not even healing the Neotank. Just killing off infantry. Just trying his darndest. Oh my god, that copter can finish that off. And probably the anti-air can finish that off. Ooh! There's no copter over here, so you might as well use the anti-air to clear. Oomba. Oh my god. Please hit the freaking Neotank from the city. I know there's this, but please hit the freaking Neotank from the city. I beg of you. Please do it. Kills it off? Okay, stops the cap there. Gotta use the tank, gotta use the anti-air to clear, then the tank attacks the tank. That'd be a nice clear. Boom! Bang! Okay, solidifies the income lead. But you got it. Okay. Alright. I'm not playing. I'm just watching. All will be good. Anyway. Pulls back over here. There is no infantry, so Red won the war. However, there's one dinky infantry. 1, 2. It takes 3 turns to even start capping these. And even when by the time you get 3 turns, you're going to have a power again. It's day 19. Tethys is looking pretty decent. Like I said, decent. Not great, but decent. Behind on basically unit value. At the end of the turn, less than your opponent. That's not great. They're both on increment. And look, remember what I said. Guaranteed one shot. That's going to die too in one shot. Bang. Oh, this is a massacre. Even the recon one shots. This might be a roll, but that's dead regardless. Boom. Just like that. Look at this unit count. Just 22. Boom, 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 boom. Just like that. Down to 19. And Plague will be ahead in unit count by the end of this turn. Kills the tank. Kills the anti-air or close to it. Even uses the black bow to heal this up. Oh yeah, now Plague. Look at the unit count now. Ahead by 4 units. That is like monstrous unit value lead too. Can Tethys claw back? Max blast 5 HP into that? I mean, that's scary, I'm not gonna lie. Tethys is going full unit combine, I guess, trying to get some income here. Needs like a medium tank, does build a medium tank to ward off this Neo. Ends the turn. Okay, that'll live. That won't. Oh, it did. Okay, okay. I think this Neo tank's gonna smack that medium tank and it's not gonna be pretty. Boom, that's a one shot. Max blast. And Days of Plague is super overextended, but I don't think he cares. He's fighting into the strong side over here. Hell, this tank might even kill that. Probably not, but this recon might one-shot that infantry. Actually, wait. I need to do the calculator, but can this not just one-shot that infantry and you put a tank on there and you lose the base? Can the or you one-shot with the Neo tank, you put the recon on there, and you use this to attack the tank or something like that. Or put something on there. You put attack with the recon and the tank, you put the Neo tank on there. I'm just saying you can base lock the strong side, and then you cut off their supply of units here, and then you just win. I don't think he sees it. Nope. Go in for the full baboonery. That's gonna hurt. Ooh. Owie. Ooh. Tank attacking units. Oh, so strong. Boom. So strong. Is there another high society coming? Who knows? Who knows? Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Bang. Oh. Damn, that was a massacre. I mean, Tethys has still got the income. There's 9 days left. I don't know how. High society. I mean, if there's a prayer, Days of Plague is crushing Tethys right now. I don't know how you come back from this. I mean, that's dead, and that's dead, but like, okay, that's dead. What are you gonna do with this tank? I mean, so now that Tethys has 2 more properties than before, it should be stronger than even before. And it was pretty strong before. That should be one shot. Oh, not quite, I guess. Alright, this isn't really justifying the attack. Trying to trap the copter, maybe? That's dead. Sort of trapping it, yeah. Okay. I mean, these are uncapped. Okay. I mean, that's a dead unit. This will reach because the medium tank plus the infantry will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's a dead copter. Assuming that Tethys sees it, probably will. Smart player. Just a massacre over here, though. Plague just doesn't have that many infantry and has to base skip here. Or runs out of time, rather. Really would want an infantry right here because you need to cap these properties in order to win. Every infantry matters. Attacks the copter. Seems to be front shifting. Yeah, I gotta finish that off with an infantry. Boom. Bang. Okay, that was really important to kill that copter. Really needs probably just... Honestly, if I'm Tethys, I'd stop building infantry. Just build like 3 tanks or whatever. You need to stop 2 of these caps. You have Urban Blight coming up, but you need to stop this cap. I don't know if you can, though. I mean, Tethys only had 1 property. Just this 1 property. You need to find a way to capture this, too, and then you win. But this infantry is probably going to attack you here. I don't like this guy being so... Well, you can't help it. It had to kill the whatever the hell it's called, so okay. Anyway. Play comes in. Bye-bye. Bye. Backstreet Boys, bye. Yeah, this is... Taxi infantry over here. this is now completely lost. This is looking lost too. So Tethys minimally needs to flip this property in order to just maintain the lead. Or they might just lose. Ooh, and the copter comes in. Yeah, then there's no response either. Ooh, that sucks. That sucks. Is this tank really going to, a medium tank really going to go and interrupt that? I mean, it might. There's only 7 days left, but okay. Need to get this infantry right there. You need to capture that as soon as possible. Yeah, there you go. Needs tanks. Honestly, just like tanks and anti-air. Have enough medium tanks over here. Uses the medium tank. Oh, that sucks. That sucks, man. That sucks. That's a bad roll. Well, it also has max power. I don't know if that mattered, if that was a roll or not, but that sucks. Okay. Because now that medium tank's dead. Well, I mean, it'll at least kill off the infantry next turn, but you're losing that other property. There is an Urban Blight coming, most likely. But can Tethys hold on for another 6 turns? 6 turns, day 24. Kill the Copter, Neo Tank, Urban Blight to delay both these properties, or rather just this one that's going to kill that. Attacks the tank. Good block, good block. Alright. Now how are you going to get this property? Okay. Honestly, I would have liked to see this guy go in the silo right there. Would love to see that go in the silo. The medium tank's kind of chilling. Okay, moves down. Alright, this is a nail biter, guys. I wasn't lying. Copter comes in. Boom. Ooh, that's dead. Ooh, okay, that property is guaranteed gone. This is looking gone. This is looking gone, girl. Yeah, I think both of these are gone. And even this one's looking... Okay, I think Tethys is lost. I don't know. I mean, okay, so Tethys will get this. I'm surprised Plague backed off here, but okay, that makes sense, I guess. Head temporarily full, okay. But about to lose both these properties. The Urban Blight will not save you there. So, what can Tethys do? It's about to be a tie game. Boom, bang, tie game. Well, we don't want a tie game, do we? We need to fight for the win. Boom. Just saying. We know where that guy's going to. Bomber? Okay, I don't know about that, but okay. I mean, I guess with the Neo Tank. Alright. Okay. I'm scared about that, though. Also, like, maybe this Black Widow is here? And how does the Neo Tank can't reach? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has to attack from the shoal. But now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, put the Black Boat here. Now the Neo Tank can just attack you from the city and then it's dead. I don't know about that, guys. I don't know. They're both on increment, though. They're low on time. Tethys better watch out for an HQ cap now. I mean, okay, seems to be going for this property. I mean, is it possible? Maybe, but there's only infantry. A single vehicle would slow these down significantly. Yeah, there it is. And there's a max power, too. Max force comes in. This might be the end of Tethys. Boom. Bang. Yeah. Yeah, even attacking the Black Boat. Why not? Why the hell not? Oh, my lord. Going for the throat, Mr. Days of Plague. Put the tank here. You still will be able to attack from that shoal, probably. So, it's not over, but... okay. A last attempt at an Urban Blight. Stop the HQ cap. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Fight's off. Builds a fighter. Okay. Okay, kills off that tank on the HQ, so looking like a tie is most likely now. Tie with 3 days to go. I mean... looking like a tie. Uh-oh. Or maybe not. Bonk. Oh, that's a dead anti-air. We're close to it. Uh-oh. Oh, this might be the end of Tethys. Wait, does this breach the bomber? It reaches the bomber! Whoa. Tethys, what are you doing? Capture this property, bro. What are you doing? Okay, if I'm Tethys, you gotta go for these two properties. You gotta go for these two properties. One of these two you can probably get. Kill the tank, kill the Dom, kill the infantry. The closest thing is this, which won't reach without a power. This won't reach without a power. You have a blocker and a fighter and a medium tank. Honestly, you could have... 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can't reach that. This would attack that. I hate this move so much. You need this to be full HP. This is... it pains me to watch. Okay. Anyway. And now, Black Boat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you can't. Ah! You'd love to put that Black Boat here. Actually, could you have done it before? I don't know. Anyway, you'd love to put a Black Boat right there to block. Infantry comes there, tank over there. Huge income swing, but does it matter? I don't know. Tank is trapped. Black Boat goes there to block that 6 HP tank. Infantry are doing whatever they need to do over there, not capturing that property. At this point, it's just trying to keep these properties alive. Max Force. Power comes in. Can Max pull off this? I don't know, maybe... Boom. Okay, looking pretty damn hard to break that. Deletes the tank. Not a bad idea, actually. Boom, boom, boom. Built a fighter. Okay, so here's the thing. If this is full HP, you capture this. You capture this. That doesn't reach. That doesn't reach. That doesn't reach. That doesn't reach. This is with power. Capture these two properties and you win. No. The pressure of the live league got to Tethys the dancer. The favorite person in the gentleman's club. Unfortunately, pressure got to him, but they had the chance to win. They were so close, literally. Even this is 9 HP. Capture that, you have a tie game. You have a tie game. You lose this, it doesn't matter. You have a tie game. Resigns. Way too early to resign. I get the fear of this infantry, but you have a power next turn. It stops the infantry. You're perfectly fine. You'll have enough charge from these fights over here. You won't need to worry about that. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Could win or minimum tie. Ooh. But I probably did too much shit talking. These guys are very amazing players. I've made dumb mistakes in live before too. But woo, that was a close one. Regardless of the moves that were kind of weird and stuff, that was a close match. That was a nail biter. I wasn't lying about that. Woo-wee, this Black Boat. These Black Boats are the MVP, man. They especially Tethys. I mean, it could have done slightly more preventing that Neo tank from dying by blocking. There's a lot of opportunities for blocks that I don't think they utilized to the fullest extent because they were on increment, but honestly, I think I'm a little more impressed by Tethys anyway. Even though there was some mess-ups, I think Kindle has an inherent disadvantage, and I think Tethys put up a really damn good fight, fighting into the strongest CO, which is Max here. So even just being this close with the worst CO on this map, I was pretty impressed. So I think they should be happy with how they played for the most part. So, woo! Hope you guys learned something about this map, Lazarus Effect. Hope you guys were entertained, as I surely was. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.